What's up everyone, welcome to Nodes and welcome to our part third of our Keycloak series. And in this video we will start by understanding how to create users in Keycloak and how the users can log in themselves into their Keycloak account management console, and how they can view their information and how they can change their information. Okay, so right now you can see that I have a whiteboard opened, and let's discuss that what we are going to do right now. Okay, so let's say for now let me just bring in my Keycloak. Okay, so this is our Keycloak instance. Okay, let me just zoom in for now. So this is our Keycloak instance, and right now what I want to do is that I want a single application, a single full stack application to interact with this Keycloak. Okay, so for that what I have to do is so let's say let me create one more rectangle over here, and let's say this is our full stack to do app. Okay, and again it doesn't matter whether it's built on React or any other framework or Nest.js for the backend. Okay, so this full stack application will be interacting with our Keycloak. Okay, so that's the scene here, and obviously for now what we will do is we will create a specific realm for this application. Okay, specifically for this application. So what we are going to do is we are going to break the Keycloak clock on application level. Okay, on application level, such that we will be breaking each realm for each application. Okay, so this is what we are going to do in this video. Okay, so after we create our very first realm, so let's say our very first realm, we are naming that realm maybe something like let's say to do -realm. Okay, and once we create this to do realm inside this Keycloak for specifically for this application, then after that we will create our very first user for this to do realm. Okay, so let me just make it a little bit bigger what I want to say. So this is our Keycloak. Okay, and this will be our Keycloak to do realm inside our Keycloak, and inside this to do realm we will create our very first user. Okay, so let me just bring our user here. Okay, and once we create this user inside this realm, we can then we will just go to the specific user account. We will log into this user account, and we will see that how we can change different configuration parameters based on this user and based on this realm. Okay, from our Keycloak main administration dashboard. Okay, so that's what we are going to do in this video. Okay, so let's start the proceedings. Okay, so right now I think my Docker container is up. Let me just check if my container is up. Okay, yeah, so you can see my container is up, and yeah, it's been up from the past 2 days. Okay, so let's go to our localhost 8080, which is our default URL for our administration console, and let's go to our administration console and let's log in with admin and admin. Okay, so let's sign in. Okay, so for now from the last video you guys know that we have created a lot of realms. Okay, so we were having Adobe, Microsoft, to do web realm, ERP realm. So we created a lot of realms based for understanding how realms work in Keycloak. Okay, so for now what I will do is I will just remove all these realms. For that you have to just click that specific realm and then go to realm settings, and from here you can go to the top right corner and just click on action and then delete. Okay, so what this will do is it will just remove that realm. Okay, so let me just do it with all the realms. So it's Adobe. Okay, and yeah, I think we are now done by deleting all of the realms, and right now you can see that we are just having this master realm, and this is the default realm which comes by default in Keycloak. Okay, so the very first thing we have to do is we have to create this to do realm. Okay, so we will be creating our very first realm. So what I can do is I can just go to in this drop down, I can just go create realm, and here you have the options to either import your realm if you want, if you are having any other JSON file in which you can import your realm, or you can directly for creating realm you have to just provide this realm name. So in my case I will just give to do as the realm name, and I will just click on enable to on, and I will just create this thing. Okay, so right now you can see our to do realm is created, and right now we are inside our to do realm. Okay, so this is what this said, welcome to to do. Okay, So we are done with our first part, in which we have created our to do realm. And now the second part is obviously, because we know that this realm is specifically for this full stack application, which is to do application. So we will go and first create our first user. Okay, so let's go to our users. Right over here you can see we are having users tab, and if I click on this users, so here you can see that I am having an option of creating add user. Okay, so let me just click on this add user. Okay, and the very first thing you have to do is to require user actions. Now these are all the actions which is required for the user to perform whenever the first time user logs into the account. Okay, so let's say if you want the user to configure OTP whenever the user first log into the Keycloak account, so you can just click on this. Or if you want them to update their password, update their profile, or verify their email, so these are just all the options which is required whenever the user first will log in into their account. Okay, so for now what I will do is I will just cancel all these options. I don't want any of them for now. I will just keep things very much simple. Okay, so let's say the first user is, let's say, John. Okay, the username is John1. Okay, so let's say for now it's just John. Okay, and let's say the John @ let's say example.com. so this will be our email. And let's say if you know that the email is verified, so you can click on yes. If the email is not verified, you can go with no. Okay, and in that case obviously the user is allowed to verify their email once they log into their account. Okay, so for now let's keep the first name as John. Okay, and let's say the last name is John Doe. And yeah, for now if you want the users to join any group, you can click on this join groups, and here will be all the groups. Right now we are not having any groups in our realm, so for now we will just keep this user as isolated, okay, from the groups. So let's create this user. Okay, so once you create this user, you can see the user has been created, and if you go to our other users list, you can see that the John is over here. Okay, the first name is John, last name is again Doe, and the email, you can see the exclamation mark right over here, which will tell you that yeah, this email is not verified yet. Okay, and if you click on this John, you can see all the parameters regarding this John. You are having a unique ID when the user was created, and all the required actions. For now these are empty and all these stuff. Okay, and here you can see that there are multiple tabs involved specific for the user. Okay, so let's understand that what these tabs are. Okay, but before going into these tabs, I want you that how things work in Keycloak is that you can go into this credentials tab. This is the point where you want to assign some credentials to the user. Okay, so let's say I want to set a password. Okay, so if I click on set password, I can just provide a password for that user. Okay, so let's say I want to keep the same password, which is admin and admin. Okay, so this is the password. Let me just show you. So it's admin and admin, and here you can see that we are having a temporary checkbox. Okay, this temporary checkbox means that this password is temporary. If you want to keep this password temporary, then what user have to do is whenever the user will log in for the first time in Keycloak, they will be prompted to change their password. Okay, so right now I don't want them to change their password. I want them to keep the same password. Okay, specifically for this user John. Okay, so for that I will just turn this thing off, and I will just click on save. Okay, and let's click on save password. Okay, so for now we have created our password. Okay, so right now what we can do is we can just go and log in to their account management console with specific to this user John. Okay, so whenever you create a user inside Keycloak, so they have option to manage their own account, in which they can view their passwords, their sessions, and whenever whatever their third-party applications they are using, and they are having their active sessions, so they can all view that that information on their account. Okay, so let me just show you that what I'm talking about. So if I go to my Keycloak official site, so let's just Google Keycloak, and if you go to Keycloak, here you can see this is the account management console which I'm talking about. Okay, so from their account management console, users can manage their own accounts. They can update their profile, change passwords, or can set up their two-factor authentication. And again, this is built into Keycloak. We don't have to code this thing. Okay, so since now we know that we are having one to-do realm, and inside that to-do realm we are having a user with John. Okay, so for accessing its account, what Keycloak does is Keycloak break things into realms. Okay, since we are having this to-do realm, so it will give us a URL of something like this. So let me just show you the URL. So it will be, in our case, since it's running on localhost, so it will be http localhost, and port will be 8080, and then we will be having /realms, and then forward slash, then we will talk about the specific realm. Since our case it is to do realm, so if you go to our Keycloak console, you can see our realm is to do. Okay, so it will be something like to do here, so to do, and after that to do we will be having forward slash account. Okay, so this will be our URL for account management of specific users, specific to this to do realm only. Okay, so this is only specific to this to do realm. Okay, so let's say if I was having any other realm inside our Keycloak, for in that case this will be something different. Okay, let's say it was ERP realm, so in that case it will be ERP. Okay, so for now, since we are having only this one realm, so we can just go to this URL and we can just log into their account management console. Okay, so let me just copy this thing and let's go to our new tab and let me paste it over here. Okay, so once you hit this URL, you can see we are having this welcome to Keycloak account management console, and this is the same console which we are seeing right over here. Okay, so this is account management console, and right here you can see, if you go to this top right corner, you can see that we are having a sign in option in which we can sign into our Keycloak account management. So if I click on this sign in, okay, here you can see that either I can sign in with username or email, and then I have to provide the password. And if you guys are aware, so I think we have kept our username as John and the password was admin. Okay, so let me just type here John and the password was admin, and let me just verify it. Okay, so let me sign in. Okay, so once you sign in, let me just save the password for now. So when you sign in, you can see that now I am signed in to my account and my username is appearing right over here, which is my first name and last name John Doe. Okay, and then we are having our personal information, our account security and all the applications. So it is saying that if you want to manage your personal information, you can go to this. You can have your account security in which you can control your passwords, account access and all that stuff. Okay, and for accessing any applications, if you want to see the applications which are using your this account, so you can also see this over there. Okay, so let's go to personal info, and here you can see that we are having all the personal information, which is John, our email, our first name, our last name. Then we can go to our account security, signing in, and here you can see that we are seeing our basic authentication. We were created at January 13. Okay, this was our password was created on this date and this time. And then if you want to set up any two-factor authentication, we can do that. If you want to see our device activity, so you can see that currently we are accessing our account console in this Mac OS operating system, which is on this IP address, and all the information is being displayed right over here. And if you click on applications, so right now you can see that we are only having the access to our account management account console application. Okay, which is this account console. The client is account console and this is the URL. Okay, we will get on to the clients in our future videos. Okay, so this is the overall account management console which comes by default in this Keycloak, in which the users can manage their account. Okay, so this is the overall concept here. So let me just sign out for now, and let's go back to our users. Okay, so right now you can see that I'm back to my administration console, and till now we have completed all the steps in which we have created our this realm, to do realm, and then we have created a single user specific to this realm. Okay, and if you go to this Keycloak administration console, inside this users, this is the user I was talking about, John, and if you click on this John, right now you can see that there are ton of tabs available here in which we can change the configuration of this user according to our needs. Okay, so let's say for now, if you want to add any other additional information for this user, so you can add any attribute if you want to like. So you can just go and click on attribute, and let's say for now I want to add attribute of age with value 22. Okay, so let's save this thing. So what will happen is that this attribute will be added to the user's information. Okay, and credentials tab we have already done with this credentials tab. We have already used this credentials tab to create the password. Okay, if you want to reset the password, you can do that as well. Okay, now let's go to the role mapping. Okay, so right now you can see that inside our role mapping we are just having one role, which are the default roles to do. Okay, so whenever you create a new realm, that new realm will be having default roles, and that default roles will already be assigned to the user whenever you create any user. Okay, so these are the default roles which are automatically assigned, and let's say if you want to assign any other role inside to this user John, you can do that here as well. Right now we are not having any roles. These are just the default roles of offline access and UMA authorization. Okay, for now just skip these. Okay, so if you want to create assign some roles, you can do it over here, and inside the next tab you are having groups. If you want the users to assign to some groups or join some groups, you can do that over here, and These are some consents for now, just ignore them for now. We will cover them in our future videos. And then we are having identity provider links, and again, if this user is a part of some of the identity providers like LDAP or Active Directory, so those information will be displayed right over here. And if you click on this session, so right now all the active sessions for this user will be displayed right over here. Okay, since there are no active sessions, but if somehow I come to my this Keycloak account management console and I just sign in with the same username and password, if I sign this thing in, you can see I am signed in with the user John Doe. And if you come to my administration UI and if you just refresh this thing, you can see right now we are getting one session. Okay, and that session was started on this time, the last access was this time, and this was the IP address, and the client we are using is account console, which is this our account management console. Okay, so this is the overall concept of creating users inside your Keycloak, how we can create users and how we can manage their different parameters and all that stuff. Okay, so before ending this video, I just want to touch on this realm settings. Okay, so by default, this realm settings is the place where you can configure all the settings for this specific realm. Okay, so since we have created this to do realm, and we want to change some of the parameters of this realm according to our needs, so we can just change those settings from this realm settings. Okay, so right now if you come to this journal, you can see that the realm ID is to do. Okay, and the display name. Okay, now the display name is the same name which is being displayed right over here. If you just sign out this thing, you can see let me just sign in. You can see that right now the display name is being as to do. Okay, so let's say if somehow you want to change that name, you can do it over here. You can change the HTML display name as well. You can change the front end URL. Okay, so that will be displayed right over here. Okay, and let's say for now if you go to our login tab, there are multiple tabs. Okay, if you go to our login tab, you can see that this is the power of Keycloak right over here. You can see. Okay, right now you can see that the user registration is turned off. If you go to sign in to do, you can see that if I refresh this thing, you can see that here the users can only sign into this specific realm of to do. Okay, but they cannot register themselves. Okay, but if somehow you want the users to register to their application, and that's obvious because in case of our to do application, we need users to register themselves. Okay, to sign up themselves. Okay, so for that we need to create a point in which we have to create a form in which the users can register themselves. Okay, so for that what users can do is you have to just come into this realm settings and you can just click on this user registration to on, and this will automatically turn the user registration to on. Okay, and if now you come to this sign in form, and if you refresh this thing, you can see that you are getting this register option right over here. And obviously this is the power of Keycloak. With just a simple tweak, you can just get this functionality right out of the box. And here you can users can automatically register themselves. Okay, so if I click on this register, you can see I'm having first name, last name, email, username, password, and confirm password. Okay, so let's say I want to create a user with name Ahmed, and let's say it's Ahmed Javed, and it's Ahmed @ let's say example.com, and let's say Ahmed is the same username, and let's keep the password as admin and admin. Okay, so yeah, I think this is the same password, admin, and let's click on register. Okay, so once you register the user in Keycloak, you can see that you are automatically signed in to the same Keycloak console. Let me save this password as well. So you can see Ahmed Javed is signed in right over here, and he can view his personal information, all that stuff, his account security, where he was entering the password, all that stuff, that device activity and all that stuff. Okay, this is the same information which was being used. So if I sign out this thing, and if I come to my administration console, and if I go to our users, right over here you can see that we are having one more user which is automatically added. Okay, which is this Ahmed and all that stuff, and here you can just tweak all the parameters for this user Ahmed as well. Okay, so this is the power of Keycloak. Okay, so if I go again back to my realm settings, and if I go to my login tab, so here you can see that I'm also having option of forgot password, and if you want to enable that functionality, you have to just tweak this thing to on. Okay, and that will just enable the forgot password option. Okay, so if you go back to your Keycloak account management, let's sign in, and right now you can see that here you are getting this forgot password option by default. Okay, so this is the power of Keycloak. Obviously if I was doing the same things over and over, so I have to write code for each of the functionality, for forgot password, for the registration of user and all that stuff. But by default, Keycloak gives us that power. Okay. So yeah, you can click on this forgot password as well, and the same functionality will be performed, in which you can forget your password and can reset your password. Okay. So for now, let's say I just want to turn these things off. I don't want user registration, I don't want forgot password, and there is also a functionality of remember me. If you just turn this thing on, so you will get a remember me option, in which the session will be remembered for the user which is logging into the account console. Okay, so this is also the power of Keycloak. Okay. So yeah, let me just come to my administration console. Let me just turn this on for remember me. I'm just showing these options that these options do exist in Keycloak. Okay. So yeah, here you can see that email is username. If you turn this option on, and if you come to your sign in, and if you refresh this thing, you can see that right now you can see the only email. Okay, so here you cannot log into the account with the help of username. You have to enter your email. Okay, but if I turn this thing option as off, now you will get email or username. If you refresh this thing, you can see I'm getting user or email. Okay, so yeah, that's one way. If you want only email to be used as username, you have to turn this option on. Okay, again, login with email is on. Duplicate emails, if you want to allow them, and if you want the users to always verify their email for specifically for this to do realm, you can turn this option on. If I turn this thing on, and if I come to sign in to do, and let's say I want to log in for this user, if I sign in, you can see that right now it is saying you that you need to verify your email address before activating your account. Okay, so yeah, you need to verify this, and then you can log into your account. And again, it is built in Keycloak. I'm not writing any extra code for that. And obviously, since now this will not work, because obviously for email you have to set up your SMTP client for Keycloak, and we will discuss that in the future videos as well. Okay, so let me just turn this thing off, and yeah, these are the options for now. And yeah, one more option is over here, user info settings. It's edit username. Okay, so let's say if I want to just come back to my user, if I can, and let's say I want to log in with John. Okay, and let's sign in. So right now you can see I'm signed in with the user John Doe, and if I go to the personal information, so right now you can see that I cannot edit my username. Okay, the edit your username is not editable. Okay, so if you want the users to edit their usernames, you can just turn this option on. Okay, so once you turn this option on, then the users can refresh themselves or can edit themselves. Okay, so you can see that now I can edit my username according to my needs or according to my personal preference. Okay, so yeah, that's one way of tweaking with this realm settings based on this specific to do realm. Okay, and obviously this is not just enough. There are a lot of more settings involved. We are having our email settings, in which we can define that where the email is coming from, where our display name, what we reply to and reply and all that stuff. Okay, and then we can provide our SMTP host, port, and all that options for connecting our Keycloak instance to our SMTP host. Okay, so this is one way. Yeah, we will do that in our future videos as well. Okay, so yeah, then we are having our themes. If you want to change the theme of this Keycloak and all that stuff, you can come and customize your theme according to your needs, and I think that's way too advanced for now. So let's keep this as simple as possible. But yeah, you can customize your theme. Right now there are only two, base and Keycloak. I think the base one is just empty without all the styling, and the Keycloak is obviously the theme which we are currently using right now, which is this one. Okay, this all that stuff. So yeah, that's the themes option. And if you come to your keys, you can see that right now there are a ton of keys being used, which is HS256, RS256. These are all the keys specific for your realm. Okay, and these are obviously the public key. The private key will be kept hidden. So if you want to use your key, so you can use this public key and copy it and can provide to any other application which you want to use. Okay, so these are all the keys available. So the next tab is obviously events. Obviously right now we are only having just one event, but yeah, we can configure any event if you want according to our needs. Okay, since we are having one more event, email. So let's say if any email goes to any other client for verifying email, for OTP and all that stuff, so yeah, we can add listeners for them as well. The next one is localization. If you want to localize things, you can do that as well. Security differences, if you want to add any other extra headers information into your your request. So yeah, you can do that over here. All the active sessions. Okay, this is the information regarding sessions. What timeout you want the session to be active, what is the maximum session timeout, all that stuff you can manage over here. Okay, so this is all the settings regarding your for your sessions. Okay, and next one is obviously about tokens. What tokens you want to use, what will be their default signature algorithm, and what will be their lifespan, and all that stuff which are related to tokens can be configured right over here. Okay, so I've not used this tab as much for now, but yeah, these options do exist if you want to change the settings of your tokens. Okay, then we are having our client policies and our user registration for now. Okay, so yeah, this user registration is by default the option in which let's say all the users who will be registered, and let's say and those registered users should be assigned some roles, or the default roles for those users which are registered can be assigned right over here. So if you can see, we are having the roles of offline access, UMA underscore authorization, and view profile and manage account roles are automatically assigned. So whenever any users register in this to do realm, whenever any user will register in this to do realm, so these will be the default roles which will be automatically assigned to the users. Okay, and for now if you want to assign any other role, you can come over here and you can specify that role as well. Okay, but for now things, let's keep it simple. Okay, so I think yeah, this is the overall concept of how users can can be interacted in this to do realm, how we can create them, how users can manage their account specifically for this to do realm and all that stuff. Okay, so yeah, that's it for now. I think you have understood the concept of how to create users, how to change their specific settings, how to create credentials, and how to change this the realm settings according to your needs. For now, I think that's enough. In the coming videos, we will discuss about the groups. Okay, how we can create groups, how we can assign users to groups, and the second we will be discussing about realm roles, how we can create roles and how we can assign users their specific roles. Okay, so that's it for now. I hope you're liking my content. If you're liking my content, so do like and subscribe the channel. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.